WTOP at 1241. Well, in a little more than a week, 2 of our states were hit by hackers. The latest in Virginia, where the General Assembly's IT branch was shut down in a ransomware attack yesterday. And Maryland's health department is still grappling with the fallout from an attack on December 5th. And a result of that, the state hasn't shared COVID numbers in 9 days during a local surge. Matt Hayden joins us live now. He's the former Assistant Secretary of Homeland Security for Cyber, Infrastructure, Risk, and Resilience. And Matt's here to talk to us about how our governments can better protect themselves and ultimately protect us. Good to have you here, Matt. These are 2 very local examples of states being infiltrated by hackers. How prevalent is something like that?
Sadly, it's becoming more and more a regular occurrence. We're seeing ransomware incidents being reported almost daily at this point. What we're trying to get ahead of is a challenge where the criminality of ransomware is actually paying off, and so we're seeing it escalate across the board.
What more can state leaders do to try to prevent this?
Ransomware is hard. You have to make sure you're keeping your software up to date. You have to make sure your employees are trained. There's a lot of ways that bad actors try to get at networks and try to take down some of these state systems, which also fall into the challenges of not being the most modern. And so it's a triple-edged challenge that they have to work very hard at, especially right now when we have active vulnerability challenges like the Log4j problem that's hitting everyone at the same time.
So when you get down to brass tacks here, states and feds are looking for some safeguards to protect this very sensitive information. How do they go about doing that?
Well, the good news is they're not on their own. There is what's called a multi-state information sharing center, or MSISAC, and this is where all the different state and local offices work together to get collective defense options on the table. So there are things like scanning, there are things like software and support services so that the states can get additional help to buffer some of these challenges, but they're not there yet. So there's still a lot of modernization and a lot of investment in protection that needs to take place.
All right, Matt, good to get your perspective on this. Matt Hayden, former Assistant Secretary of Homeland Security for Cyber, Infrastructure, Risk, and Resilience.